Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to look at a car that's pretty old, and not like the car itself is old, like it's from the 1930s. No, I mean the mod is pretty old. In terms of BeamNG.drive mods, at least, it came out in almost a year ago in like 3 months. So, in terms of BeamNG.drive, that's pretty old. At least right now, 5 years from now, BeamNG.drive, might be different. But as of right now, that's a pretty old mod. But we're going to go take a look at it, because nothing else that's new really is as interesting, so we're going back to some older things I never got around to doing. So here it is. It's a skin for the truck. It has a dog with wings right there, and it has the word WOW right there. See that right there? It says WOW. Yep. And that is amazing. It does that, and that's it. No, I'm just screwing with you. I would never make a video that's just for a skin. This is the dumbest thing ever, to make videos just for skins. It's like, the skin doesn't change the vehicle, it just looks different. Everything is going to be identical to a stock vehicle. Why would you make a video for a skin? It's just dumb and wastes everybody's time. Thankfully, that's not what I'm doing. Actually, what it is it happens to have a skin, but the focus is actually when you have a certain version of the truck out. See, this is the DeathMachine. Nice name, don't you think? And it just happens to have the word WOW and a dog on the hood. So anyways, the important thing though is you see that black part. That's just like basically a chunk of metal stuck to the front. Then there's a black part right here on the back. That's another chunk of metal stuck to the bed of the truck. What this does is it makes the truck weigh about 10,000 pounds more than stock. A little bit over that, I believe, actually. So it's a lot slower, even though it has a much higher power engine. It's the equivalent to a V12, because it's not really a V12 with this game. Every engine, it sounds the same. Looks the same, I think, even if you pull the hood off, but it has the power of a V12. Now you can see it's really easy to flip this thing because it has so much weight to it in such a small location. It just flips like that. It's kind of funny, I think. But the interesting thing will be it crashing into cars. I'm pretty sure you can actually flip it just like this. You could just go reverse, 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 and then swing it the opposite direction, and yep, very easy to flip. Kind of funny like that. But anyways, what this is fun for is crashing into other cars. That's what we're going to do. Pull out another car. We're going to just slap it right here, right in front of this car. Just like that. Both of them say, wow, they're such a truck. These are the such trucks. That's what I'm just calling the such trucks. Yep, that's the stupidest name ever, isn't it? I'm not going to call them that anymore. Alright, so all we're going to do is we're just going to ram that truck at, maybe 30-some miles per hour and 8 times slower than real time. And you see, at only like 30 miles per hour, just shoves it out the way. Or it's just shoving it out the way, I guess. It's still being just pushed, but look at that. Oh, jeez, look at that. It's just shooting body parts off now. Making body parts fly. That could be a lot more brutal if I wasn't talking about a car. Because if I was talking about a person, oh my goodness, that is brutal. Body parts should not fly. They should be attached to bodies. Now, this is one of the few vehicles that can actually stand up to something kind of interesting. It can go to pretty high gravities if you set it up right. So if you leave everything the way it is, but you take off the DeathMachine parts, its suspension kind of freaks out. It's kind of funny actually like this as well, to drive it like this. It's like, oh no, I need to stop. Oh! It is like, oh my goodness. It's just dumb that you would ever have a car designed like that. You would never want that, but we can mess around with that later. The thing I wanted to show you is kind of funny is the gravity of this thing. Oh goodness, where's the piece I'm looking for? Oh, there it is. Front bumper is empty. Just empty. That's easier. So right now the suspension is very bouncy, as you see, and it's not going to serve you well. But if you turn the gravity up a ton, like to the point where a lot of cars can't drive in that gravity normally, this thing will still drive because you take off all the heavy parts, so then it's just like it's as heavy, basically. It's kind of neat like that. Like in terms of cars that could drive on the sun, this one is the closest. It can't quite do the sun. But it can do minus 100 gravity, it can move. That is something amazing. If you try that with any other car that I know of, it will not move an inch. Like look at the truck here, the stock truck. That's what it does. The wheels don't even churn. It's stuck. This one can move at 100 times gravity. That is insane. I mean, it's not moving well because it's not designed for this, but it's just the fact that it can do that's kind of crazy. I think if you put it only like at 80 or something, it can run fine. Yeah, see, it's not bad at 80. But 100. I mean, come on, it's like one of those it's like a landmark thing. You got to 100. Oh, and now he bent the truck. That's an unusual way to bend a truck, isn't it? I just thought that was kind of crazy that it can do that. You know, just I don't know. It's just, you know, it's not normal to be able to have a truck that can do that. And the other thing, now we can go back to messing around with the additions again. I guess now that I showed that off, because I just thought of it and I knew I'd forget otherwise, we can go back to the normal killing thing and do some more killing. Let's get some easy prey. You know, how about something nice and easy to just kill? We'll use the pigeon. That thing will just get obliterated probably real easy. Give the truck some distance to gain some speed even. And rest in peace to the pigeon. Set it right there. Back this thing. Oh, goodness, that's not how you back that thing up. Alright, back this thing up. Hit done. And we should hit this thing pretty hard. Oh, what the heck? I don't have the right bumper on it. No wonder it was all bouncing. Oops. Sorry about that. There we go. That's the bumper. So watch as this pigeon gets blown away. I don't even know if we slowed down to crash into it. I think we just crashed and kept all of our momentum. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Truck broken. Truck really broken. Pigeon. Even more broken. The engine isn't supposed to be there. Exactly. It's not supposed to be doing that. You can kind of see. Where did it go? You can see the engine. That's not where it's supposed to be. That's not where the whole driver's supposed to be anyways. Everything's ruined here. Alright, let's get something that might stand a little bit better of a chance. Just a little bit better, though. Not a lot better. We'll use the, if I can find it. There's too many cars. Why do I have so many dang cars? We need less cars. Oh, God. I can't find it. I can't find it. Oh, my God. I really can't find it. Okay. Let me look real closely here. If I don't find it in 5 seconds, I give up. There it is. God, how do I not see it? That's like, I should see that, shouldn't I? Anyways, we're going to use a Corvette. The little Bishu. Just set it right there. It has a roll bar, at least. It might have a whole cage. I don't know, actually. But you can see the roll bar. So, let's see how that holds up. It's going to be bad, I'll tell you that now, but that's okay. Who doesn't like an unfair fight? Look at that, just shoved it. Just shoved it. Out of the way. Something's going crazy. I don't know if that's from the truck or the other car. I'm pretty sure it'd be from the truck, though, if anything. And at full speed, we just keep shoving it along. And now we do like a sumo wrestler attack. We land on top of it. That worked great. I'm happy with that. Sumoed it. I never sumoed a car before, but now I have. You could always go faster, you know. Let's line it up right over here. It's kind of an inconvenient map for this because the ramps are there, but that's okay. So just gonna ram right into it from behind and see what happens. About 60 miles per hour. We'll put this one on super slow-mo just because. And that thing is just getting mangled. That thing is mangled up. Still drive? Kinda drives. If we hit it again, it might drive. That's logical, right? No. I don't care. Hit it again. It'll make it drive better. Yeah, it's not the car we're supposed to be looking at, but hey. We're crashing into it with the other car, at least. That's close enough. And then, of course, you gotta answer the question, what happens when DeathMachine meets DeathMachine, you know? I'm driving with the parking brake on, and I still brought it up to 25 miles per hour before I noticed something was wrong. Oops. Slow-mo did not activate. It just DeathMachine didn't care. Still drives. Hit it again. Just line it up. I'm not even gonna try to get back there because it's not moving good. Now we're gonna hit it again. Slow-mo's not gonna work though. See, look, it's not 100 times slower. I can tell you that now. That's like a, what is that? The tornado attack? Oh my goodness. That car's dead. That car's ultra dead. So yeah, all it's made for is ramming things. It's not made to go fast. It's not made to handle good. It's made for ramming things. And that's exactly what I'm doing with it. I'm thinking we're going to answer the question right now. What happens when DeathMachine versus DeathMachine happens? So I'll put this one over here. And spin it around. I forgot these things flip easy. I gotta be careful when I spin it around. I was going to just do like a pull the E-brake and then wow, 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 wow. I'm alive. It's a miracle. Hallelujah. Oh god, my tires are screwed up. You see the tire? It's not normal at all. Guess I gotta be a little more gentle on my U-turns. Nice and slow, nice and slow. You know, maybe having the parking brake on is to my advantage because that way I'm less likely to screw it up. There we go. Now we're gonna back this thing way up. Actually, it's probably easy. Well, maybe it's not easy to make a U-turn. I was gonna say it's probably easy to make a U-turn, but with this thing, I don't know if you want to churn, usually. You just want to go in a straight line, because that's what it's good for. It's like a drag racer, you know? Just go straight and you're going to be happy. Try to churn and you're going to be sad. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn the AI on here to chasing player, and let them come at me while I go after them, and then we'll see what happens. Hopefully, slow-mo is not working from this car, so I'm going to switch cars. There we go, slow-mo's working for this car. I don't know why it does that. It's crazy. Alright, 100 times slower. DeathMachine versus DeathMachine. I think they both lose. That's interesting. They both lose. They both just get smushed. Alright, go ahead and speed it up because saw the crash really now. It's just the spark's gonna cover everything up anyways. Could do it again. What is what? What was that? I don't know what that was. Try this again. DeathMachine versus DeathMachine. Reset that one so it's not an unfair advantage. Okay, that one's moving. This one's moving. Slow-mo's on this car, so we should be good to go. Crash from a different angle. That's like a perfectly head-on crash. That's beautiful. Whoa, what are you doing, camera? Come on, why are you messing with me? Yep, that's a crash. The DeathMachines have become one. Oh, mine still works. I can push them around. Now what? Now what? I flip you even. You lose. Alright, enough of this. Let's try something else. Now you see what happens with DeathMachine versus DeathMachine. Both DeathMachines lose. What about H-Cube versus the DeathMachine? Because, well, H-Cube weighs a little bit more than this, I believe. I think the DeathMachine weighs like 6,000 kilograms, where this weighs 8,000 something. So, if anything has a chance against the H-Cube, this might be it. We'll just cruise into it and see what happens. Not too fast, of course, just pretty slow, you know, to see what happens. Alright. So we're just going to cruise into it, and let's see. Oh, look at that! It's like, no! It's like, So we were going about 20 miles per hour there, and it was just like, I'm the DeathMachine. You can't hurt me, I'm the DeathMachine. I hurt you! Alright, what happens if we take it at the cube? Oh, look at that, it's pushing the cube! That is amazing. Do you know what happens if you normally try to push a cube with another vehicle? Probably not. Because I don't know if I've ever shown that. Oh god, the cube is eating me now. Get off me, cube. Okay, so it's not quite a fair fight in between the two, but it's not as one-sided as a lot of others. Like if you took the normal truck onto the same attack, this is what happens to the normal truck. Yeah. It's not moving the cube this way. So, I'm proud of the Death Machine. I guess also we could show you what happens when you take the normal truck against the cube hitting it. Like if you hit a truck with the cube, spin it around, get it lined up. Whoa, camera. Okay. You know, it just gets obliterated, right? Like that thing is just wrecked. Death Machine, on the other hand, from the same speed, it'll stand up, it looks like, a bit. So we're going to spin this cube right around, and look at that. See that? I mean, yeah, it's damaged, sure, but it still drives. Like, yeah, it's beat up, but it don't care. It's still going to drive. Until you flip it because you're a bad driver, and that's what we've done. So now you can look at the engine. That doesn't look like no V12. But it has the power of a V12. That's what's important. Alright, what if we did the spinning cube of death? Nothing can survive the blender spinning cube of death thing right here, usually. But, well, you never know. I mean, this thing surprises me. Let's see what happens. I mean, not even the H cube can survive the blender. Because, do you see it? It's all morphing up and... Oh no, it's gonna get above me. That's not good for the truck at all. It's gonna get wrecked up now. Poor truck. This cube's just gonna tear it alive. Because it's above it. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Truck does not stand a chance. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, truck. You're the Death Machine, but the H-Cube is the real bringer of death. I'm still proud of your attempt, but H-Cube wins. I mean, just, what is it doing even? Just real time this thing. That is what the truck, wow. I have to say, that is the most brutal thing the H-Cube has ever done, I'm pretty sure, though. So that's definitely something. Alright, let's get some fights that the truck can win again. Because the poor truck, he's getting whooped on. Oh god, seizure. Close your eyes if you're prone to seizures. Okay. This should be something nice and easy for the Deathmobile. Death Machine. Whatever. Same thing. Mostly. I mean... They're not technical definitions, so they can be technically the same thing, right? That's how it works. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Doesn't matter. I don't need to know what I'm talking about. All I need to know is how to hit things. And I know how to do that. Is slow-mo working on this car? No, it's not. I tried to hit J to freeze physics. It was too late, though. Alright, now I gotta get rid of all the debug crap. Ooh, there we go. So, unfortunately, we didn't get to see that. I don't think I'm actually off. There we go. We didn't get to see that one because of my fault. Alright, well, I mean, it's not entirely my fault, because I hit, 100 times slower, and then it didn't do it. So it's not exactly my fault, but... See, now it does it. Too late! I already crashed, and you messed it up. I gotta do it again now. It's all your fault. See, now it's 2 times slower, so it's working now. So it'll be good. It's all good. It's all good. Don't let nothing bad... Don't let the bad things get to you. You know? Get up to speed! Where's the truck? Oh goodness, it's way over there. "100 times slower." About a 7 mile per hour crash or so. 70 is pretty bad, I would think. I don't think the parking brake's on the truck though. Freeze. Parking brake on. Unfreeze. Not like it'll help much. It's probably too late, but oh well. Alright, we can go ahead and do a little less slow-mo on it. And... well, that's surprising. And actually, that truck held up pretty well. Let's go ahead and do full speed. Full speed. And that truck didn't do half bad. I mean, yeah, it's beat up, sure, but it's not bad for going against what its opponent was, you know? Alright, what if it was a sideways collision, though? Because I'm pretty sure most of the structural strength is kind of going to be usable in that first collision. This way, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna barrel right through it. That's what I'm gonna think is gonna happen. Whoa! How do you get... That's weird. When you hit the accelerator too fast, it wrecks itself. I don't know how it manages to do that. Alright, so we should be able to just plow through it in this circumstance. Even with this parking brake on, which I think it is. 8 times slower, and then 100 times slower. Alright, here we go. Straight through it, come on. Go, 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 straight through it! Not losing much speed, it doesn't seem like. That truck is just, it is bending to the will of the death machine. You can see it peeking through like, death machine is here. Yep, death machine's doing pretty good. Go ahead and let it go a little faster. And, well, it still stopped the death machine again, unfortunately, but it didn't fare as hot this time. It looks a lot worse off, doesn't it? And it won't drive there. Wait. No, it won't drive. Well, maybe it will. I mean, if you consider that driving, I would, but it's not really driving. It's more of just dragging itself along. Crying for mercy, you know? Alright, let's do, maybe like one more thing and then we'll go ahead and end this. Let's see what to do. Oh! Bull-eyed, yes. Front end collision with bull-eyed, because the bull-eyed can get some speed going behind it, and then that makes a pretty fast crash. I mean, sure, it's like, you know, it's probably not going to be that fancy, but it might be okay. AI, come to me. Does slow-mo work from this car? No, so I got to switch cars. Slow-mo works on this one? Yes. So we're going 100 times slower, then 8 times slower. This is an uneven crash, so... Ooh, it's just going straight through it. Yeah, it's just going straight through my car. That's not good for my car. 8 times slower than real time, and we've become one car. Alright, real time, because this is not, like, looking nice. They can't run anymore. I can spin my tires still, though. It's not bad. I mean, for the circumstances. Alright, AI to off. And let's go ahead and do some funny stuff. You know, where you have the front bumper off, so it could be like a wheelie machine or something, probably. Not quite. Almost. It almost does wheelies. I have a truck that can do wheelies if I wanted to, really, but just wanted to see. See, it can do stoppies, though. I already saw it do that earlier. I just gotta find the right piece to remove. Let's see, it's somewhere around here. I know it is. There we are. It's under the roll bar. See, now it's a stoppie machine. If it can get some traction on it. You know, is this thing all-wheel drive or it is? Look at that. Look at this. Is this not the most amazing thing you've ever seen in your life? You know what this reminds me of is, on Gran Turismo, you used to be able to do weird things like that. Like the older Gran Turismos used to be able to do weird things like that. Stopping! Alright, well, if we go fast enough, can we flip it? That is the question. Can we do a full front roll? Oh god. Oh my goodness, we can't even keep this thing going straight. Who am I kidding? We need a flatter surface, maybe. Try to get to where it's flatter. This is so weird to drive. Like, it's never meant to do this, but I don't care. Alright, we have some speed going through this. Stop! Stop! Come on! Oh, I wouldn't do it. I have an idea of where to make this a little bit easier, though. We'll put the gravity to something like, what is the one that I'm thinking of? There's one that's, Neptune? Maybe Jupiter. Jupiter seems to hold it down, okay? So that way we can use this to get up to speed. Maybe that's a little too strong gravity. Let's try something a little lighter. Oops, wrong button. Try like, we'll just set our own gravity. Set it as -15. I just need something that mostly keeps the rear wheels on the ground. So a little more. 18 maybe? Then we don't have enough power though. Alright, we just gotta do it in Earth gravity. And be the best driver in the world. Alright, here we go. Let it settle down. Would you stop coming up with your I need to change parts? I already changed the parts. I like that this is how it idles. Like the only reason the rear tires touch the ground is because you're putting the power down. Is this considered a drift? Is this a drift? If your tires are in the air, is that I don't know. Alright, there we go. We got ourselves straightened out. So we're finally getting some traction going. Gaining some speed. That's good. Good. The speedometer is totally off because there's not enough traction in the rear tires, but that's okay. And then we're gonna brake. Oh no, it doesn't have enough weight in the front or enough braking force or something to be able to do that. On the other hand, we can always drive like this. Hey, you could use it to crush another car, you know that? Yeah, where's the other car? There's one around here somewhere. I mean, it wouldn't be the amazing looking crushing or anything, because the back end is light. It might look funny, I would think. Set that car right there. So all we're gonna do is just... Actually, let's drive it like this. We're gonna drive it like this. Might as well remove the rear transfer case, right? You only need front wheel drive. I'm pretty sure if you ever see a car driving like this in real life, physics is broken. There's just no way that something like that could really exist. There's just so many things. I think the biggest thing would be the amount of friction that you'd be generating on that front bumper when it's scraping everywhere you go. It's probably gonna not be good. Okay, this is a little bit harder than I expected. As usual. Aren't things always like that? Alright, you know what? We'll just make it easy on myself. We'll just move this car be right behind that truck, and then makes it easy. There we go, see? Look at that. Ooh, it'll just crawl right over it, almost. Almost. Not quite, though. Try it again. Maybe a little momentum going into it. Uh-oh, the parking brakes are either too weak or they're not on. They're not on. Alright, parking brake on. Here we go. Over it, like a ramp. It's a ramp. It's not a car, it's a ramp. No, it's not gonna happen. Alright, enough dumb ideas. Let's try, I won't do Leap of Death with this because for the most part it's gonna be the same as a normal car. But I will do Brutal Slope because I'm curious how all the extra weight will, cause things to go. Well, now that I think about it, it might be interesting because it's, it's 6 tons to throw it down Brutal Slope maybe just once to see how fast it'll go. It'll like fall like a rock. Well, I've thrown a rock down Brutal Slope. It'll fall like faster than a rock. What's fast? I don't know. There's no phrase that is something that falls faster than a rock, is there? There is. Okay. As far as I know, there ain't. So it'll fall fast. That's all we need to know. Going to where we need to go. That's the easiest way, is to roll it. Now I gotta be careful, because this thing is top heavy and unstable. But just be careful. And wow, it feels really floaty actually going down this thing. So floaty, in fact, that I never felt like I had traction. I gotta go down that initial hill even slower. So I just gotta go really slow right here. Just barely touching the throttle, just like this. Alright, there we go. I don't know how much I'm able to churn though with this thing. I'm afraid to churn too much. Alright, so it's not going much faster. I was thinking it might go a lot faster because of all the extra weight, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen, unfortunately. Anyways, let's see what it does. It's actually, is going pretty fast, of course. 230 miles per hour is not slow by any means, unless it's just there isn't really a regular circumstance where that would be slow. Wow. Okay, because those pieces are so dense, it kind of just freaked everything out, and it just looked weird. I think it's because those other pieces are so dense, it kind of became like a black hole, like a mini black hole, and it just kind of ate things up. But it doesn't look like it falls that much faster than a normal car, which is unusual. Or unexpected, I guess. You would think it has a greater density, so it would fall, you know, you got the whole 10 meters per second, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, it would be falling faster. You know, because it would have a higher terminal velocity. Yeah, the acceleration would be the same. But it almost felt floaty when I went down that one, like it was falling really slowly. I don't know if that was just an illusion or what. But Leap of Death will be able to answer this question based on what it does. Because if it is floaty, it'll just fly along like, woo, I'm a flying death machine. I mean, the truck does have wings on it. You know, the dog on it, it has wings. So maybe it can fly. I don't know. It's the stupidest idea I've ever come up with, but you never know. Like I said, it just felt so floaty, it was unexpected. Oh god. It tore itself up. Okay, so see, yeah, it is falling. And it seems like it keeps accelerating. Oh yeah, that's probably falling faster than a normal truck would. We could do one more science experiment to see. Is it falling faster? Because, they should fall at the same speed, but then it would get faster than the other car. And actually, we could use reverse gravity to do it if you're lazy enough. Because it doesn't matter, really. Alright, so we're just going to go to grid small pure, nothing in it. Bring out 2 trucks, one normal, one not so normal. There's the normal. Here's the not so normal. And we're going to let them both spawn into the air. So we freeze physics, spawn it. So their suspensions are at rest, basically. And then we're just going to put, we're going to put environment to negative gravity. And watch what happens. So they both should fall at the same speed, but eventually the death machine should start to outpace it when it reaches like a terminal velocity point. And that's basically exactly what happened. Like, that's pretty much exactly what happened. Death machine initially was the same speed, and then it started to outpace the other one. And I can't move the camera to look at how far ahead it is. You see, it is way far ahead. So that's as would be expected. Now I have another idle curiosity. If you bring them both down to Earth, will they reach at the same time? Like, that's physics-wise, that should happen, I think. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. We'll see. Wow, we went high in the air. Alright, almost at the ground. Freeze physics, where's the other one at? No, it's way up there still. Huh. Let's see, I guess it was just, maybe this one had more momentum. I guess this one just had more momentum going into things. So it just took longer to slow down, probably. That's something like that. Don't ask me what those things are. They're just sparking and smoking and stuff. And now it's jiggling. Anyways, that is the Death Machine. It's like I said, it's an older mod, but it's still fun to play with. Unfortunately, it does replace the stock truck, so you won't ever see it again. That's the bad news. So until next time, this is WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.